Hey, good morning, guys. Now we're gonna start part 2 of this one. I really should just start editing my videos so that they're all one video. I'm just not savvy with like technology. I'm sure it's not as hard as I'm making it out to be in my head, but whatever. Okay, so yesterday we stopped because the paintings were still pretty wet. And my mom was here hanging out, so she was working on hers, and hers was super wet, so they definitely had to dry. Plus, I added salt to some areas, and I needed those areas to dry completely because they were pretty, salt is so abrasive. They were pretty wet, so, and see, this is like a perfect example of like what the salt does right here. So you can kind of see the texture that it gives. This spot and this spot were pretty damp yesterday, and this one. So I really wanted to make sure they were fully dry so I could remove as much of the salt as I could. And so far, it's so funny. When I work on pieces, there's always like at least one that's like my favorite, like most of the time. And so far it's this one, and I think it's the colors. I mean, this one, I love the colors too, but not as much as I love this. And I never used to think I would be like a pink like person, but this deep magenta is just absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. I feel like anytime I use it, it just brings life to pieces, which is just so funny because I always tried to be a person that didn't like pink. Well, and I used to hate orange. Orange used to be one of my, like, I hated orange. And ever since I started painting, orange has been, like, just turned into my favorite color. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it, but... Alright, I'm going to try to get all this salt off here without making, like, a huge mess. See if I can get the rest of this off. Did I get it? Okay. Take me just a minute to get it. At least what I can off of here anyway. Okay, I think I got what I can off of here. So let me kind of scooch this for just a second, if I can. That way I can go dump this in my trash bag over here. Make sure I got it all off there. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's get it back. There we go, into view. Perfect. All right, which one do you guys like more right now? Like, which one speaks to you? And what's funny is even after, like, I start working on the pieces, sometimes the other one ends up being my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know which direction it's gonna go. And I just think it's so fun. Like, that's part of the fun with abstract pieces. You just never know. So yesterday I ended up using the burnt sienna on this side, which it did turn out pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I do like it. But the burnt umber, I think I'm gonna put some out on my palette over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, it's on this side. And really wet it down and add it to, I wonder if I actually have burnt umber in my watercolor. Something to think about. Okay, so I think I want to just kind of add just some right here and just kind of see what happens. And since I didn't get to use the orange yesterday like I had planned on, I might add just some orange right here. I'm not sure. we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. And the good part is these are just like do what you want pieces, you know? It's how you learn. You got to experiment and play with different colors and mediums and kind of just go from there. So I'm not going to put very much out on the palette just because I'm only doing one little tiny area. But I'm going to use the round brush number 12 again. And maybe just kind of wet the surface as to where I want to place this. But I want it to be super transparent. So I'm going to wet it down as much as possible. And inks go a long way. They really do. Okay. Now let's see. What I can do. And maybe just some right here. That is awesome. It's exactly what I wanted to see. I love it. And it's the color I was wanting to do and everything. Okay, so let me put out some of the orange for the other side because I want these to dry fairly quickly, which they will because it's just a little bit of ink. So, and I'm trying to decide if I want this orange to be like full on orange right there or if I want to water it down. I really don't want to water it down, so let's just go for it. Do I need one more? Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Maybe just do a little bit around here. There we go. I like that. Yay, I got to use the orange. I'm so excited. And that burnt umber was perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, let me see what it looks like through the camera. Yeah, that looks really cool. And I love this pop of orange. I'm so excited. That turned out great because this piece was starting to look like one of those, you know, like those old-fashioned silhouettes. That's what it was looking like to me, and I was just like, oh, it's giving me weird vibes, like just the way the front looked, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that. So I'm super happy, super happy. Okay, got to use the colors I wanted, and I'm just gonna let those dry for a minute. I guess I could have grabbed the heat gun, that would have helped. And I know for a fact I want to add my liquid Montana Gold on this piece for sure. And I might do some on here. But I might do some of the Asemic writing before I do that. So let me get my inks ready here. And I think I showed this on part 1. I'm going to be using this calligraphy set that I picked up on Amazon. I think it was pretty cheap. I want to say it was like $25 or something like that. It wasn't too bad, but that is on my Amazon store. Link in the description. Okay, so normally when I write, I turn my page, or, you know, yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody was taught that, right? Am I the only one? I don't even know. But back in the day, we had to turn our page when we were writing. So unless I do it backwards, For some reason, when I do it this way, I feel like it doesn't come out as pretty as when I do it backwards. Is that weird? I think that's weird. I guess I'm backwards. And I am ambidextrous, but I haven't attempted to write with my left hand for quite some time. So I cannot guarantee how well that would work. I guess I should work on that. All right, let's see. Let's just go for it. See, this part looked good, and then I started second guessing myself. Lame-o. Let's see. Let's try it going left to right and see. And then I ran out of ink. It always comes out a bunch of F's. Let's go backwards again. And different. Okay, let's maybe do smaller asemic writing on this side. Mine looks so funky. That's okay. Okay, I think I'm good with the asemic writing. I almost like hate to say it, but I feel like I kind of ruined this one. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's totally fine and I'm just overthinking it. And it's funny too because like I'll make paintings and then I'll go back and like if I'm frustrated with them, I'll give them a few days and I'll go back and be like, wow, that actually looks really, really good. What was I thinking? So yeah, that's what happens most of the time with me when I try to paint. So like right now I might not like how they look, but you know what? In a day or two, I might be like, wow, that actually did turn out really, really well. And I didn't plan on doing any kind of stencil work. Ooh, you can hear the ball in there. I didn't plan on doing any stencil work on these ones. So I might just add some gold and see what happens. There we go. Maybe I feel like outlining. Making circles. The hard part is this pen, or this, by using the end of this, it always leaves like a big blob wherever I start. So it kind of sucks for doing circles. I did order a glass, what is it called? I think they called it a glass calligraphy pen, actually, and sorry guys. It has like a really fine tip on it, so hopefully I can get those beautiful lines without giant blobs of this color. I can't think. Let's just start right here. Maybe if I start on the same circle, it'll help. I like how this is turning out. other way. Just wanted to see the gold kind of come out just a little bit more, like on this side. Wow, that's pretty. Let's do some dots. Cool. I'm liking that. Now for that side, oh, I didn't grab a paper towel. So I was actually super inspired. I was watching a video last night and I really want to get back into oils. I've been working on this giant piece behind me for quite some time and I'm like so ready just to get back into oils, like big time. Like I haven't done it in a while and I'm just craving it. Once you paint with oils, guys, it's so hard to go back to anything else because it's so vivid and the colors, just because they move, it just has so much life to it. And acrylics are just so flat and lifeless. But I mean, you can still create amazing, beautiful, stunning paintings with it. But I just feel like I said, once you go to oils, it's so hard to go back. Okay, I really want to do some texture with this sponge thing. I know this will definitely destroy this. So maybe I'll just use like the tip of it so I can kind of cut it off. But I kind of just want to add some random gold on this piece. I don't know why, but I wanted to. Wow, that actually holds quite a bit of it. I'm rather impressed. Okay. And I'm gonna close this up because this thing is stinky. You definitely want to have like a really well ventilated room when using this gold because it's like spray paint, just open like in a can. So, all right, so let's see, what do those look like? It's kind of hard to see the gold in some areas. I mean, you can really see it right here. But let's see. Still just not loving this side. I feel like this is gonna be my favorite for the day. I don't know. I feel like this just needs more. Maybe just some areas covered up, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. So I guess I could just do more on this side and kind of see if it brings anything else out. I don't know. Sometimes you just get stuck. Oh, that gold kind of got everywhere. Yeah, that one's kind of a wah-wah. It didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. But this one, I'm a super fan. Like, super fan. I almost want to add some carbon black to this one. Maybe just some dots. Let's do that. Ah, it's already starting to come out. Like maybe, should I do it on the inside? I guess that's what we're doing. I like that. I feel like this complements that, but I almost feel like I need one more. There we go. And then I'm gonna close it because it'll still have some on there. And then, where else do I want to add it? Maybe you just like, oh, I'm so nervous. I don't want to mess this up. Maybe dab some of that off. I actually like that. That looks really good. Okay. Does it need... Cool. I like this one. Yep. I think I really like this one. Okay, but now that I added the inks, these might take quite a bit to dry. So I'll probably let these dry. But what do you guys think? Which one is your favorite? What else do you think I could have added or not added? I think the ischemic writing just is, I don't know, maybe I'll try it with like a pen next time. I do like using the fine liners. I love ischemic writing with charcoal. That's one of my favorite ways to do ischemic writing is with charcoal. I just love how smooth it is and how it flows. And fine tip pens definitely are my thing, but I should practice more with the ischemic writing just to like find my flow of it. But by far, I think this one's my favorite. But let me know what you guys think below. And I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I'm going to go hop on my live on Twitch right now. I also have some packages I'm going to open up live on there. So I'm super excited about that. And then also when the new art supplies that I ordered come in, I will do an unboxing so you guys can see some of the new goodies that I got, which I cannot wait to freaking use. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.